35mm film, isn't it?
Yeah, that's alright.
Lock it up. And roll.
Marker.
And action.
I really liked your story, Frankie.
Gee, thanks.
I wish I was as good as you.
Real fair, play with your hair. Oh, look at him. Try it one more time now, just like that. Just like that. I really like your story.
I really liked your story, Frankie.
Gee, thanks.
I wish I was as good as you.
Now try it one more time and make sure you pronounce the word weird so we understand it. Ready? Here we go. Real excited. Real excited. I love real big smile. And action.
I really liked your story, Frankie.
Gee, thanks.
I wish I was as weird as you.
All right, Mary Ellen, you may leave. All right, sit back down, sweetheart. Now this time, keep looking at Frankie smiling as you leave. Ready?
You okay? Focus.
I hope so. And, all right, Mary, smiling. I weirded you. And, Mary Ellen, you may leave. Leave. Cut.
We're about to shoot the scene where Frankie comes back to his classroom after the Halloween party and discovers that was my illustrious director of photography, and discovers that and suddenly the pumpkin magically glows again. And so he slowly makes his way in. He blows up the candle on the pumpkin, and then he goes to the cloakroom thinking it's surprise. And then those wise guys, Donald and Louie, come in and lock him into the cloakroom. So far the shoot's been progressing very nice. I'm very pleased, very happy.
I think they need to move.
Except for her, can't stand her.
I know.
She's pressed. Other than that, everything's good.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
I thought if you I thought.
Run through the action once on this just to see.
Extras start reading the songs, and everybody will be standing. When he finishes the reading of the songs, he'll say, "Praise be to the Lord." Everybody will say, "Amen," and sit. Angela. Everybody's watching her. Get up and start to leave. And you stay in the middle of the aisle there, because that's where you're going to fall and faint, right there. Give the baby to Naomi. Give the baby to Naomi. Naomi, you start to walk out. You kids follow. Be careful now. Just take it slow. And don't actually fall. Just go down now. There she goes. Angela.
I'm really young and mad.
I know.
That's the role.
I know.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Keep saying it.
Merry Christmas.
That's right. Okay. Come on, Raj.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
That's fine. He's just trying to stop it. He's trying to stop it. Keep it centered, right? And no need to fall. No need to fall. Just keep yourself balanced. And the idea is to try to get it as close to the edge of the wet cement as you can. And background action. And action.
Just don't tell Dad, he'll kill me. Good. Maybe I'll get to live a normal life.
I am the director of this picture. This is my footstool. Say hello, footstool. Hi. And we are in the process of preparing the scene. And, until the scene is ready, I am sitting back and relaxing and enjoying the scenery. Hi. You okay, footstool? Hi. Shut up.
Hey, Frank!
Right in the middle.
Step on that bee, quick, step on it. Step on it before it gets up. Perfect.
Frank LaLoggia!
Knock him out of the air, he got where he landed.
Frank LaLoggia!
I mean, I don't care if they fight me, I want to kill them all.
Where the paper towel might go.
There's towel right behind you. I gave it to Michael.
My friend Dominic got stung twice.
Yeah, I saw that. I was at a picnic with a guy once.
I'm not having my bed.
Pretty amazing.
What's your message to director Uncle Frank?
He's doing a good job.
Oh, okay. And this was before they stole it.
Putting me on TV?
No, I'm just putting you on video.
You're gonna be on TV right now.
Say hi, Frank.
We have additional shots that are not boarded. Right here. On bridge shooting toward Old Red House, which is that way.
Okay, so we're going to be behind them,
Yes.
Yes.
shooting. We see them going, and we see they're heading towards the town.
Yeah, essentially. No, they're going to enter right to left in the first one.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be on the bridge?
Yeah, you had, then we'd probably pull the long shot and then probably the low angle of them going right to left across the bridge.
It's right to left. They're going to be coming down here.
Cut
down
path.
here.
Back up. This here. So see you, this and this is the same thing. I think that's each boy, right?
Yeah, Gino and Frankie. So we're getting 2 shots right now.
Right.
We're going to get this and this.
And you're going to get both boys on each of those shots.
Yes.
Frankie and Gino.
Okay.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
And this
Doesn't
one
know what he's
in here, Eric, will stay pretty close to that side.
Correct, as close. See these? These are going to be worth their weight in gold in about 2 weeks.
What is that?
They keep your hands warm.
Oh. Wow. What are you asking? What do you want to know?
This guy's nosy.
Bodies, watch out. They're coming.
Watch out. On that path. We're ready to go.
That looked good. His head just went to the
Here
top.
comes another one. Hey, watch out! Heads up!
Keep it clear. I'd like a bullhorn, I think. No, I don't know.
It's just like the storyboard. I know.
So you want to do Frankie again?
Well, let's do this one and then we'll go back. Roll B. Rolling.
Everything all right?
I'm going to put that unit together right now.
Okay.
Andy, that unit's going back together right now. All right?
Good man. Sorry, you just missed everything. You just did a couple spectacular jumps. Can we show them? Come here, take a look at this. You guys can come back here. You know, this video image isn't very good, but to give you an idea of the kind of stunts. Oops, don't want you. Let's show them all of them. Because I hit the line.
Well,
We can get 2 more shots tomorrow. Flip again.
What's the hold up? I'm on camera now. I got a pissing mode. I got a pissing mode on camera. It's the only way anyone will pay attention to me anymore.
Andy LaMarca, famed Italian cinematographer. We got a visa in to bring this man into the country despite massive union protests.
Exactly.
He's going to be doing 2nd unit on this movie.
2nd unit DP. Director. I should be 1st unit director, but we brought in another guy from Italy.
Yes.
Frank, come on in here. Say hello. Fresh off the tuna boat. Here he is. Right in from Sicily. Get out of here, you pig. Go direct.
The red one is closest.
All right. Quiet, please. Quiet on set.
Where's my noise rehearsal?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Quiet.
Your count is up. No, that's not the way it was before. It was just before Hanny, before you swatted the rat.
Yeah, just before you swatted the rat. You had the left hand in the cap.
That's
Okay,
it.
that's it.
That's it. Remember? You're looking at him. He's crawling up your leg. Where is he? Ready? Eyes big. He's crawling up. Eyes bigger, bigger. And get rid of him. Right? And then when you do that, you bring your hand back down, the cat's hand down, right? You go back to Phil, and he's going to come up with the light. Where's the light? Stay out of the way. And he's going to come up with the light. Perfect. And then you bring your hand down. What are you doing here? What do you know?
I got locked. My friends locked me.
I got locked in. My friends locked me in here after school. Say it louder.
This thing keeps on sliding in.
Okay, I may have to loop it, but say it here anyway, okay? Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
got locked in. My friends locked me in here.
Okay, if you see his eyes, we gotta make sure we see your eyes, Frankie. Can you see
I
through
can't
them?
my eyes.
Brad. You're looking down at the rats, right? Let's see the whole thing. We ready to see the whole thing?
Right.
I'd like another reference. He's crawling up your leg. And you bring your hand down quickly, the cap hand down, and you look back at Phil because you're concerned about having given yourself away. All right. I would like,
Gotta be careful.
let's see it again.
Because you're throwing a map like shadow.
Okay, Frankie, look in the direction that Phil is coming from down the grid. Right? Like your head's got to be up more, because he's standing up now. He's standing up, so he's at full height. And get him off! And to Phil. Phil's rising. No. Wait. Take a beat to look at Phil. Phil is rising, and hand up and light. That's what I'll do. Hand up and light. Okay, but the light is too soon. Let's try just that part of it. Frankie, lift your mask and watch Phil. Phil is rising. Watch Phil. Where is he? And he's rising. Hand up and light. Too late. Let's try it again. Light is too late. Phil's rising. And hand up and light. I think that was just about right. Let's try it one more time. Phil's rising, and hands up and light. Good.
We had a minor injury on the set today.
Hairdresser cut off his finger. It's not really. Make believe, folks.
It'll probably turn up in the. It'll turn up in the lunch today.
I'm so excited about this.
You guys?
First time today.
Oh yeah, good morning.
Isn't that great? How you doing, Al?
Ready.
Excuse me, rest. All right.
Okay, cut.
Nine apple, take two.
You gotta wait on the cloud.
Yikes.
Continua. ¿Cuánto saca? See you, Grandpa. Charlie.
All right, now drop the cigarette. You drop it. You drop it. Yeah.
When she, no,
Yeah, when she says Charlie. Yeah,
when
you
she
drop
says
it.
Charlie.
Yeah, now stay right there. Act innocent.
I didn't hear.
Look, innocent. Like, oh, innocent. Innocent. Drop it. All right, stay right there. Stay right there.
What you got those cigarettes?
Don't move. Wait, Papa. Don't move. You gotta stay in that spot. Don't move away. Stay right there. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Where do you find those cigarettes?
What the second?
All right, hold on. Mama, here's your mark. Here's your far back. Right here. Okay, Papa, you on your mark? Right. See that? Right there. Okay, go ahead.
Where do you find those cigarettes?
What's the cigarettes? Spaghetti.
Go get these. Go get these. Huh?
No, Papa, come here. What you have to do, you come this way. Cross this way. Cross. Mama, you turn this way. And you look at it. Okay?
See ya, Grandpa! Charlie!
Go easy on him,
Oh, yes. Ma non l'ho pigliato questo genere. Si sta tornando a gente che non fumare. E tanto mio non When you get those cigarettes? What cigarettes? Fuck it. Huh?
C'est ça, bien sûr. Regarde-moi. Regarde ça, bien sûr.
And cut!
Honestly, the hook on the back is just in case you hit something.
What do you mean? Okay, guys, I'm ready for first team.
What kind of movie are we doing here?
Are we
Well, that is a valid question. What kind of movie are we doing?
You can raise up off. Raise up off. I want you to come up stiff.
Words are missing.
Raise up, Jason. Yeah, just sort of stand up. I need to drop you like that. How's that look?
Jason's not close enough, but it'd have to happen a little fast.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, Jason's not close enough to. What is yours?
Gangbusters, didn't he? Marketing lead guy.
He's good, though. He's good.
I know. He's got all the dialogue down and stuff. It's just timing.
His cape's still in, but that's all right.
That's all right. I'm going to drop you. Go right down close, but don't hit his nose.
Almost.
You got to be back a little more, Lucas. You got to.
Yeah,
You got to
Lucas fell
fall
a little
this way.
Well, you see, yeah, but I'm falling. You see, when you pull me up, this.
You want a sandbag for back?
Yeah, give me a sandbag.
Photographer hard. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on. No, it's important for a still photographer. Wait, come here. It's important for a still photographer to be blind. A little here. There you go. There she is. I wish someone had it.
Pretty quiet.
Yeah, he wants to fight all the time.
Windshield wipers on. My dude has the windshield wipers on.
You see how high I was? I think it took me up.
Go and get your
Straight
go
up.
and get your clothing on.
Bend up the box. She has a beautiful.
Look at your. How's the timing on that?
Still a little. Did we make it on a move to the end? Okay, that's good.
Tommy, move.
Try shooting one. I'll send them the
Okay.
Okay, let's go for it. That's good.
Okay. We're ready for picture.
Do any of you ever watch Facts of Life?
I do.
I play the girl's father on the show. Charlie Palmachek. Yeah, I play the tough one, Joe. There. You know? And if you ever watch Murder, She Wrote or any shows, I'm either the killer or the cop.
Killer the cop, huh?
Yeah. There was a movie 16 years ago called The Godfather, and I played Mo Green, who got his eyes shot out on the massage table. If anybody remembers that. I bring it up front.
What's his name? Give me a pen. I want to
Excuse me. Don't put my makeup though.
We only charge 75 cents an autograph.
Oh my God. No, you don't want to do that, huh?
What's your name?
Pat.
Pat, okay. Crazy Pat?
You better watch out, she's hungry.
Uh-oh.
Watch out.
What's your name? Sandy. Sandy. It's my wife's name.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
I want to get in there.
Freeways and smog in LA. You don't have that here.
You like this part of the...
Love it.
Had rain.
Love it. My wife's coming out next week. I mean, this is going to be a vacation for us.
You gonna bring her here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's only here for a week. Don't worry about it.
Well, you're busy every day, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah, every day. Today I happened to be off, and when they said, come on over, I said, sure, you know. I really, thanks for having me, because I just hang around that lobby over there. That's boring over there.
Oh,
God.
Thank you. It's boring.
I'm going to my church. Come out to my church tomorrow.
How do you like the pool?
I haven't used that yet. My son has, the one who's playing the little boy in the picture, but I'll probably take a chance at that tonight. I'm watching the playoffs. I'm into baseball. I'm a baseball nut.
Every
Just see the finish of
What is anybody have a favorite show here? Maybe I was on it. Any particular television show?
Excellent.
Outside of soaps. I don't do soaps. That's too hard.
Different strokes.
Different Strokes, no, but I know the boy on it. Yeah. Because I just did one of those. I just worked with Lansbury on Murder, She Wrote. I like that show. Yeah, she's a classy lady.
Yes.
Yeah. Before that, I did a horror film, my first horror film. But most of it has been...
You gonna be back on Facts of Life again soon?
Oh yeah, they're writing a show now where I go to the racetrack and lose all my money. I noticed you had a Bible class going on when I came in. I really don't think I could work in Hollywood unless I had some spiritual guidance. It really helps me. You know, there's a lot of drugs and there's a lot of carrying ons in LA. I'm sure you read about it. And I just say my prayers every day to get through, and it helps me a lot. It's the only way to go.
You have children?
Yeah, I have 3 children. I have a 23-year-old boy who's a director. He just did his first film. This is the same boy I told him to clean up his room a couple of years ago. And I've got a 17-year-old daughter. She wants to be an attorney. I said,
Good for her.
yeah, she can get her dad out of trouble. And my 14-year-old, I don't know what he's going to do. I think he's going to sell plans to the Russians. I don't know. He's a strange kid, but I love him.
We used to let her out, but we have cows across the road.
Oh.
So she wanted to go out and catch the cows, I guess.
She found the home here, boy.
Police record.
There's a police record?
Yes.
What did she do?
She chased the cows.
Cows and
Oh.
the police had to come and
Oh, really?
she got in trouble with the farmer, I guess, with Betty.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was that?
Chased kids on a bicycle and
Yep.
Kelly. Now, whose paper do I have yours. What is your name, darling?
Gert.
Gert. How do you spell it? G-E-R-T?
Do you have the ball guys? No, they don't have extra balls. Okay. Okay, stand by for rehearsal, please.
Mark. Ready, and action. Back again, I'm sorry, back again. That's where I want you. Here we go. Try to hold it back just a little bit longer, Henry. Try to hold it back till you see her face, till you see Naomi's face. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Ready? Marker. And.
Naomi, smile for me, baby.
Alright, so you guys hang out here. Alright, you two guys, be right about here. Happy with each other, making each other laugh. Okay? And then you guys, how many other reporters are left? Just you two? Okay. You guys are going to be converging from right around here, running in. You have to be in the right place at the right time. Okay, let's just try that part of the action. Pardon me?
When he starts coming out.
Yeah, when he starts coming out. We'll work it all out.
Yeah, they're going to put some in there. What are you going to do when it comes out?
I know. You people in the window, you're great. You're terrific. How about, yeah, get that window open. Lean out. Can't you get that window open? That one?
Are you ready, Frank?
How come that window's not
I
open?
don't know. Patty will work on it.
And let's all wait to settle.
And action. And she's talking to him. She's talking to him. You look at him. Look back at her. She's apologizing. She's apologizing. Get ready. And this is from my Richie.
And we are cut.
Sir, it looks a little weird down here by his
Drying out.
Well, gotta do something.
I will. I do it.
That's enough blood. That's plenty blood. Just take care of the dried out. Wipe that off. Very kind. You're very kind. Be prepared. You're very kind. Right? Very kind. And this is from my Richie. Boom. And this is from my Richie. Boom. Okay? Okay.
And action.
Mr. Williams. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble you've been through. Very kind. Very kind. This is from my Richie.
Cut. And cut. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever fallen from a high building?
Nope. Alright, second buddy.
How
high is that fall? Off that fence.
Just for the rehearsal.
Give me the ring. Get bonk.
All right. Now don't worry about the bonk. We'll just take it up to that point.
Got it right at. Give me the ring.
David? Yes, sir? Someone take the camera off.
Give me the ring. Bonk.
Yeah, give me the ring. Where is it? Give it to me.
I'd rather you.
Give me the ring. And then I'll cut you another angle. I'll cover the bonk.
Hey!
They'll give it back. Don't let that happen.
Marker. Here we go. Ready, 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 and breathing, breathing, and action!
I don't want to hurt you. I love you. You're a beautiful boy. Please, just give me the ring. I won't say anything to anyone about this. Nobody has to hear anything about it. Your dad doesn't even have to know. Oh, God. I could never face him if he knew. Where is it? Give me the ring!
And cut! Beautiful. How'd that feel?
Good, we got a little bit of the block on Frankie, but...
that's fine.
Okay.
I took this magazine on your magazine.
More wind, sir.
Glenn, get a shot of me, then pan up.
More wind.
How was that?
More wind, y'all! Oh, look at this, Rod. He's really
Drifting back now.
Get it?
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Print one up for Al.
Yeah. Wow.
Brett. Did you do the shuttle?
Okay, cut it!
Oh, they cut it really quick every time.
Quiet, Duke. Duke, out. Shut up.
Impression of the show.
Rolling! Rolling! Set! Marker! And focus, Frankie! Focus! 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 Breathing! 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 And action!
You gotta scream for your bullhorn.
Yay!
Where's my bullhorn? Where's my video? Where's my paintbrush hook?
I want to see that.
You guys are so juvenile.
Tell us how you feel about being on The Lady in White, Bobby.
I love it. It's great. It's my best film. It's
Okay.
gonna be it's going to be a great film.
Okay, now be honest.
That's honest. That's the true story.
Before you leave.
I'm tired. I want to be back in Los Angeles, and I want my paper check.
I want to.
Bet I know what you're thinking about. What you thinking about that weather report, huh?
Hope it's right this time. Less than 2 weeks till Christmas and we'll still have this. Except for once.
Okay, cut.
How good a light is that? Like it probably wouldn't pick up your face with it. Rolling.
Rolling? Okay. This is Glenn Bruce reporting for the Lady in White. Sad note today. We're leaving. We're out of here. I'm off the job. I'm not working anymore. I'm unemployed. But hey, Frank, it's okay. It's been real. It's been a pleasure. Nobody asked me what I thought about the Lady in White. I think it's... I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. No. I think it's been a wonderful experience from the bottom of my heart. And I think you should grow up. Anyway, there it is. A sad note. It's all over. The Lady in White. Goodbye, Lady in White. Farewell.
Marker.
And background action.
For the past 6 weeks, Central New York has been the background for this mystery movie entitled Lady in White. The filming began in Lyons, New York, and ended here in Syracuse at the Hancock Airport. Beside the main cast of characters, 2,500 extras were used, mostly Central New Yorkers, some hoping that this would be their big break into showbiz.
It's great. It's really exciting, and the only problem was that when you get ready for a scene, they say cut, cut, cut every 2 minutes, but it's fun. I'd love to do it.
A lot of waiting?
Yeah, a lot of waiting, but it's worth it.
It's fun. It's exciting. It's better than going to school.
I was in the first scene where I had to walk straight through the hallway here.
How'd you do?
Pretty good. They had to shoot it 3 times, but they got it right the last time.
Because of you?
No, not because.
Of all places, why the Syracuse airport?
Quite frankly, we wanted to shoot here, get on a plane, and go home. And that's what we're planning on doing today. And this airport was where we were planning on leaving from. But I also checked it out just to make sure that it was appropriate for what I needed, and it worked.
Here at the Raleigh Studios in Hollywood, 2 men are trying to fight the escalating economics and cramped creativity so common at major film companies. Director Frank LaLoggia is at the helm of The Lady in White, a film that got to the studio by a rather novel avenue. Frank's cousin Charlie, who's co-producing The Lady in White, explains.
We produced a 7-minute piece of film which looked like a coming attractions reel, which we used to help us raise money. It looked like the film was done. And some of the prospective investors that I approached were a little confused because when they saw this piece of film, they said, well, the movie's done. What do you need the money for? And I tried to tell them that that's not the way it worked. We did it sort of backwards, but it worked out very well.
My mommy's lost and I can't find her. Will you help me find her?
This 7-minute film was produced in conjunction with the formation of New Sky Productions.
New Sky is a public company, and we went public last November, so we're just about a year old now. The stock is traded over the counter. It's quoted every day in the Wall Street Journal. The symbol is NSKY, and it trades at 10 cents a share. And the company was formed for the purpose of making this film. We want to make quality commercial films on a reasonable budget. We think it's no secret how to make money in the movie business. You just have to make films on schedule, on budget, and a reasonable budget with a terrific cast, which is what we have, and it's a great story, and it's commercial.
Part of that great cast is Alex Rocco, perhaps best known as Mo Green in The Godfather. Rocco says independent productions give him creative freedom, helping the actor and the studio alike.
If the script is good, I'll do it for anybody. The day of major studios, as I can see it, are really gone. They just rent space. If there's a good script and a director with vision, then I'll do it. That's going to further my career.
Young actor Lucas Haas noticed some of the more subtle differences between studio work on Lady in White and the on-location work of Witness.
In a set, you have a commissary, and that's better than having a caterer.
It's not easy to go out and raise $4 or $5 million. But if you can do it, that's the way to make money in the motion picture business, to go out, finance the film yourself, don't take any money from the studios, and just walk to them with a completed product. And if you're right, if you walk to them with a quality commercial motion picture, hopefully you can strike the kind of deal that allows the studio to make money, which they want, but also allow the producers to make money, which allows you to go on and make other films.
I just wanted to tell you kids that I really appreciated all the letters you sent to me. It was really a wonderful thing, and I'm serious about that. And I thought it might be nice to just spend a little bit of time with you, showing you what it's like to be a director in Hollywood right now, today, while I'm trying to finish up Lady in White. This is a place called Ryder Sound, where we do all of our post-production sound work. In other words, we're mixing all the sound elements together on a stage that I'm going to take you to in just a minute. All the dialogue, all the special effects, and all the music. This is my parking space. See, you can see that's my name right up there. And right next to it is my co-producer, Andy LaMarca's parking space. He's got a name too. See, attached to his parking space. And if you take a look here, this is Andy's car, which, as you can tell, is much more expensive than mine. But I'm not as flamboyant as Andy is when it comes to money. As a matter of fact, I hate to waste money. I'm very frugal, and I think that's a very important thing to be these days, don't you? Anyway, I'm not going to waste any more time. I think we should go inside and take a look at the crew of people that are putting together all the post-production sound for Lady in White. You know something? You're going to see a bunch of people and realize how important it is to work harmoniously and together in Hollywood, to get along and not to fight and argue when it comes to making decisions about a big motion picture like Lady in White. Come on, come on. Filmmakers, please! Good morning. That's better.
Everything's just fine.
Anyway, this is the re-recording stage where we're going to be doing all of our sound mixing today. Every once in a while, we do have a disagreement or two. All right, here we go. We got 4 different types of rain here. Right
Well,
here.
we're going to have to run them to see which ones you like the best and which work with the scene.
Right.
And they're cut on and off stage so that it'll make it easier for us not to have to...
Got it. Oh, hi kids, how you doing? Yeah, this is Ray and this is Joe.
Hi kids.
And Ray and Joe are 2 of the mixers that are working on the final sound for Lady in White. Now Ray's handling dialogue primarily and Joe's handling sound effects, although this morning both of them are working on effects. And we were just discussing what kind of rain we're going to use for one scene. See, we have 4 different types of rain on different pieces of tape that we're going to try to blend together to make a very special kind of rain sound, you see. And this is called a mixing console. This is where we do all of this. Ray's worked on a lot of big pictures, so has Joe. Ray, you worked on Star Wars, didn't you?
Yeah, I worked on Star Wars.
Yeah, and so here's a guy who knows Lucas. So if you really want to get in touch with Lucas, write to Ray.
That's George.
Ray West, Kara Ryder Studios in Hollywood.
That's right. Do we have the address here?
1161 North Vine.
He's the guy. So when you see the final picture, Lady in White, and you go, ooh, about all the sound effects and the music and everything, these are the guys that are responsible. And dialogue. These are my buddies. And dialogue, too. These are the guys. Okay, kids, here's another view of the dubbing stage, you see. Here's the mixing console right down here where we'll be mixing all the sounds together. And then you'll see there's a big screen, just like the screen in your motion picture theater. And what happens is, while the guys are sitting at the mixing console deciding how loud the rain should be and where the gunshots should occur and where the music should come in, we're actually looking at a projected image of the movie Lady in White on the screen. You see, so we can make it all match. And that's the way it works. Now I'd like to introduce you to a couple more of the stars, you see, of this movie, Lady in White. See, my feeling is stars are okay. You need actors, right? But the real stars are guys like these guys, right? Now stay right there, Tony. Okay? This is Tony right here, and Tony is the sound supervisor, the sound effects supervisor and designer, you see, on the show. And he's responsible for, like, Tony, tell him what you do briefly. Just tell the kids what you do on the
Well, I create images and sound. What you hear many times is not what you're hearing. It's only what your mind tells you you're hearing. This is the whole idea of sound editing.
Now tell him, for example, about the problem we've got right now, what we're trying to work out with
Well, at this point, in this particular scene, we have an establishing shot of a church. And automatically, your mind, at least thinking sound, when you see a church, you associate it with church bells. We are now trying to establish this. We have as many as 9 or 10 different sounding church bells. And until we get the one that we want, that everybody agrees. We'll work on it until we get to what we think is perfection.
There you go. You see, it's that intricate, isn't it, Tony?
Oh, yes.
And Tony spends a lot of time, you know, trying to figure out ways to bother me. And that's what he does best. So don't listen to anything he just said, because he's just a troublemaker.
Understand, children, we don't necessarily agree with the director sometimes, but it's fun disagreeing.
See that? Now, you know what he would do? If I went like this to Tony, if I went boom, he'd add a sound effect like that, you see? Make it sound like I punched him in the nose. Now, I want you to meet Joe. Joe is a sound effects editor, okay?
Hi, kids.
And Joe works with Tony. They work together, you see, to provide us with all the sounds we need. Joe, tell some of the kids about some of the movies you've worked on that they may have seen.
Well, let's see. Jeremiah Johnson was one of them. We're ready, right? Star is Born with Barbara Streisand, and The Yakuza was one of them.
Any TV shows that they
lots
might
of TV shows, yeah, from stemming all the way back to The Untouchables, Mannix, Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
There's one. That's one.
The recent one, O'Hara, that we did out at Warner Brothers, which you'll probably see this season on the air.
Joe hobnobs with all the stars in Hollywood and used to be married to Barbara Streisand. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Hi, kids. Here's another member of our very talented group who's going to be working with us today. This is my friend, Noelle McGrath.
Hey, kids.
Okay, and Noelle is an actress here in town. And she is going to be doing something today that's kind of unusual. I need her to perform for me a blood-curdling scream.
That's right.
Which is actually going to be the lady's scream when you see the lady in white. When you see the picture, I don't want to give away what happens at the end of the film. But when you hear the lady scream at the end of the film,
you'll know that it's really Noelle.
It's actually going to be Noelle's scream. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody else.
That's a movie secret.
Noelle, do you want to tell them how I determined that you would be qualified?
Frank told me that he heard me arguing once with my boyfriend, and he decided I had a blood-curdling scream in me somewhere. So that's what I'm doing here today, and you're going to hear my scream.
Right, and when she gets into the booth and at the microphone, and she actually does it to the picture, she'll be watching the movie, right, and screaming to get her lips and her scream to match
That's
the
right,
lady
I have to
on the
match it up
screen.
with the actress who's on the screen.
We'll show you a little bit more of her doing that in just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
And by the way, congratulations, you're getting married.
That's right.
In just a couple weeks to the same guy that she was arguing with.
No more screaming.
Isn't life wonderful?
Okay.
Hi, kids. I thought I'd come back and just give you a little sample of some of the things, as I said earlier, that sound is in your mind. And what we are doing here now, if you can possibly see the screen, is we are creating a gown rustle. Now you will notice there are no ladies with no gowns here, but Steve, our film editor, is helping me illustrate. This little thing is called a baffle. Now, inasmuch as we don't want her flips, Steve, now by watching the screen and seeing the motion of what is happening, is creating a gown rustle. Again, what you hear many times is not what you get. This is the way we do it in Hollywood. Have fun, kids.
Hey, good morning, kids. You may notice that I'm wearing an entirely different shirt and pair of pants than I was wearing earlier on in this video. You know why that has happened? Because this is an entirely different day. Anyway, here we are in the the control room. You see the machine room at the mixing stage. And as you can see, this is a very intricate affair back here. We have all kinds of magnetic film readers back here. We have a variety of sounds individually cut into each one of these reels. And they all get mixed together, as I told you earlier, in the final picture in the big room that you've already seen with the screen and where we project the picture, etc., etc. But this is it. Now come on down here. I want to introduce you to Brian. Brian is our projectionist. See, he's right here. There's the big projector that was projecting the picture when we were dubbing on the mixing stage. Brian's the guy who runs the projector, sees to it that everything runs well back here. And here's Dennis. Dennis is a big star back here in the machine room. He handles all these machines to make sure that all these sound reels are running in synchronized terms, you see, with each other. They're all running at the same pace so that we can go ahead and make them all blend together into the final soundtrack for the movie. Isn't this fascinating? I just think it's great. Come on back here with me. Follow me and I'll show you what's happening back here in the cutting room where we're going to be cutting in some special effects for the movie. Come on back here. You still there? Come on, kids.
Okay.
All right, now boys and girls, here we have Bree.
Oh no.
Bree is an assistant sound editor. And here we have Stan, who's our music editor, right back there in the corner. Wave to the kids, Stan.
Hi, kids.
And this is Steve Mann. Steve is the editor on the picture. Okay, and what he's doing right now is he's cutting in some special effects. That we've just gotten some special effects shots that have to get cut into the movie, you see? And every once in a while I hit her. See? Just like that, just to keep her in place, because she's a wise guy. A wise girl. No, she's a very sweet little girl. I give her a hard time, but it's only because I love her, right?
Only because I love you.
She's married. Doesn't matter to me. Anyway, no, I'm only kidding. It does. This is the editing room, and look at all these pieces of film. And he may look like he knows what he's doing, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I look like an editor, but I'm really a duffer.
By the way, you saw Steve earlier when he was on the stage creating the sound effect for Catherine Hellman's dress, remember, for her gown, as you were watching picture and he was creating that sound.
All that.
Right. Anyway, kids, I think we're going to wrap up our video now. And I just want to say again that I really appreciate all the letters that you sent to me, and it was really a wonderful gesture. And go see the movie. I think you'll really like it when it comes out. Say goodbye to all the kids back.
Bye, kids.
Leroy and Phelps in upstate New York.
Upstate New York, yes.
Take care, guys, and have a great summer. See ya.
Bye.
Sidney Lassick, you remember him? You remember him from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? David, real important. Sidney Lassick, remember him?
Tighter seat.
Some of the dead wave to me.
There you go. Eddie, very good.
I'm gonna sneak a cigarette out here before we go. Sure. Oh, what a treat. Sam, get over here. We get in the middle of it too, don't we? Boy, I can now die and go to heaven.
Good. Thanks. We're going to smile for some blanks. Try one more. Eyes in here. Good.
Fly with me, honey.
Excellent.
Sally, everybody come over. Let's meet the star. Come over here. This is my wife here. So you're the star, huh?
I understand you bought a nice friend plane.
I went to study some lines today. She said, I'll see you later. I'm going to Finger Lakes. I said, is that to see Phil?
Any thoughts on working with Frank LaLoggia?
Frank LaLoggia, he's a sweetheart. He really is. He's a sweetheart. Wonderful, just a tremendous, wonderful, great experience. And this is all happening right here in Rochester. And are you people at Rochester? Are you all Rochester? Beautiful city. I'm enjoying it very much. I've been around all the museums, lovely museums. This is part of the tour when you go on that museum ride, you know. This is part of the tour. They show you the Eastman House. And by the way, the theater in there is beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful theater. It reminds me of the MGM, you know, the big motion picture studio. It's now Lorimar. It's not MGM anymore. And they have a screening room there where they showed One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You all remember me from One Flew? Well, they showed One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest at this screening room at MGM. And this screening room over here at the Eastman House looks just like the theater at MGM. Exactly.
Susan may be in the bathroom. We also have the actress, very talented young actress who played Melissa, Joelle Jacoby. Joelle. My dear friend and another very talented actress, the lady in white herself, Karen Powell. Karen. We also have someone who's also become a very dear friend in the process of making this picture. One who's been tremendously supportive, a very fine actor. I respect him tremendously. The actor who portrayed Angelo, and that's Alex Rocco. Alex. And we have the star of the show, but don't let him know that. You know? In my opinion, one of the greatest young actors ever to roll around as regards film, and that's Lucas Haas, who played Frankie. Hold on a second. Lucas had to remind me that we also have someone else here who's very important to the cast, and that's Emily Tracy, Lucas's real mom in real life, who played his mom in the film. Emily, please go and take it back. And of course, the one person, the most important person of all, without whom none of this could have happened, and that's my cousin Charlie. We are having a little celebration. All of you are invited to Mr. Dominic's and Earl's, which is on East Main Street. I believe Charlie has the address, and we're going over there right after this. So please come by, have a drink with us, maybe a little something to eat. We'd love to have you there, and I hope you enjoyed yourself.
What'd you think of the film?
I thought it was great.
Were you scared?
Well, it kept you on the edge of your seat.
What's your reaction to the film? What did you think of it? Did you like it?
Yes, it was really good.
Were you scared?
Yes.
Was it better than you were expecting?
Yes, it was. It really was.
Thank you. May I ask what you thought of the film?
Oh, I thought it was tremendous.
You like it? Were you frightened?
Yes.
Was it better than you were expecting?
Yeah, it really was.
May I ask what you thought of the film?
I thought it was great. Yes.
Were you frightened?
Yeah, it had me at the edge of my seat.
All right, what did you think?
Oh, it was wonderful. Just fantastic.
I'm thrilled for Frank. I really am. He deserves it. Good going, buddy.
Excuse me, may I ask what you thought of the film?
I thought it was very good.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Was it frightening, suspenseful for you?
Yeah, it was pretty. There was parts of it that was frightening.
Oh, it was dynamite. Absolutely beautiful. Enjoyed it immensely, without a doubt. Yeah.
I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
Very much.
Yes.
What's your reaction? Were you frightened?
Toward the end, I was. Yeah, it really got scary toward the end.
How do you feel tonight?
I feel terrific. Yeah, Rochester's great, and it was a very moving crowd. It was a very honest reaction, and it's my second time of seeing Lady in White, and I'm proud of the film, and I'm proud of myself in it.
You had some very strong words for it this morning at the meeting. I take it that you were very involved personally with the people in the project and in the film itself, that you feel very good about it.
Yeah, when I first met Frank LaLoggia, he didn't want me for the part, and I wanted the role so badly that I pursued it and just went after it. And it was a relationship. It was like a marriage in heaven, and I'm so glad it worked out.
Did you ever consider it to be a relative risk, considering it's a fairly new director and this was an independent project?
Not really. When I read the script, and I knew that he wrote the script, I said anybody who could write such a beautiful screenplay like Lady in White had to know how to direct, compose. I mean, I had no doubts. And I knew the first day on the set, the man knew what he was doing. He just has that gift.
So you're very optimistic about the future of the film?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be a blockbuster. And I'm very proud to be part of it. Lady in White, watch out. This winter in the theaters. Big hit. I'm glad. I'm also glad that, I usually kill people, my career in the past, from Mo Green, The Godfather, and everything. And I had an opportunity to play a sensitive role. So I think it's a whole new career ballgame for Alex Rocco, So I'm happy.
What I thought of it in the first time I saw it, I thought it was scary and fantasy, but this time I really looked into it, and it didn't quite seem like that. So I really don't feel much different like any other film, really. But it seems like a real rich movie. I liked it a lot.
How did you like working with Frank LaLoggia?
It was fun. Sometimes he could get a little mad, but otherwise it was really fun. Yeah, he's a good director.
Very, very well. Those were the people that put up the money for the picture and made it possible, and they loved it, and I'm very proud and very happy.
You probably could have been a little more extravagant with the first real showing of this film. What made you decide to do it here and for the stockholders?
Because without the stockholders, it wouldn't be possible. I mean, you can't forget how it all starts. When you do something of this magnitude, it all starts with the people that have the faith to invest the money. Because when we went to them to invest in this company, we had nothing more than an idea. And really, they had no way of knowing whether we could pull it off, whether it would be a quality film. They had no idea how it would turn out. They just had faith in us, and I just want to, repay that. They deserve to see it first because they're the ones that made it possible. So we'll have screenings all weekend. I think we have about 8 or 9 screenings to accommodate about 4,000 people, 4,000 investors that are going to see it over the next 2 days.
You're going to sit through them all?
No, I didn't even sit through this one. I could recite the movie by heart.
How did you feel tonight? How'd you like the reaction?
I felt great. I thought everybody really responded very well to the picture. I like the movie a lot. It's really comforting to know that the audience is responding to.
How does it feel after all this time? I mean, there's a lot of anxiety built up. How do you feel now that a large group of people has seen it?
Big sigh of relief. We had a screening in Los Angeles a few weeks ago at the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, and that was much more of a Hollywood crowd. They responded tremendously well, but I didn't really consider that to be a response that I could judge to be kind of just a typical response to the picture because of the crowd. Everybody's super critical and they're all industry related. But this was wonderful because these are the grassroots people. These are the people that are going to be going out and paying their money to see the movie all over the country, and they responded so well. I was really very happy.
It was the hottest ticket in town. The line to see The Lady in White formed more than an hour before its Lions premiere. Dick Lander made sure he was first in line to witness hometown history in the making.
It's quite a thing for Lions, I think.
How so? Why?
Well, ain't too many movies I don't think made in Lions.
It was a one-time only chance to see lions larger than life on the silver screen. But this was also the debut of hundreds of village extras like Kendra Shally, who even wore Hollywood-type sunglasses to the premiere.
Well, it's very exciting.
Two viewings of the movie were planned to meet the demands for tickets. In fact, the Omen Theater, which is normally closed for the winter, reopened to accommodate the sellout crowd.
I've been in village politics 13 years and 3 years as mayor, 16 years, and I don't think I've ever saw anything as hectic as this and enjoyment it's brought to the village.
The movie is a ghost story and murder mystery all in one.
Guys?
It is loosely based on a tale from director Frank LaLoggia's childhood. You'll see a lot of Lions Courthouse Square in it. LaLoggia said it was perfect for the film.
I needed a town that was typically small town America, but what really grabbed me was the town square and the courthouse, because I had a scene that I'd scripted and I needed a location. I needed the courthouse.
LaLoggia has just signed a deal to distribute the movie nationwide.
Oh, I just thought it was a very, very good movie. Just kept you in suspense all the while.
It looks good. It's got some good surprises in it. I think everybody was on the edge of their seat there towards the end.
You know, the picture came out right the way they wanted it made. So I enjoyed making it, and so did the people in town.
You might ask, is it the haunting storyline of a boy and the ghost of a little girl, or was it something more personal?
Our granddaughter is in it somewhere. I think perhaps I might have seen her walking in front of the school today. I think in the early part of the movie, but we aren't sure.
The man behind the movie, Frank LaLoggia, says he chose the Wayne County town because of its idealism, and he says for another special reason.
Then we got here and the people were so wonderfully embracing that it became obvious to me that this was the place to be.
Almost 1,000 townspeople were in the movie, so when the 900 tickets went on sale 9 days ago, the premiere was sold out within hours. All $2,500 collected tonight will go to the Lions Community Center.
Does it give you a sense of pride about where you're from, or?
Yeah, because knowing everything that happened in Lions.
The town's mayor says this is the biggest thing to happen to Lions during the past 30 years.
It's just tremendous to see our courthouse and our village park and the Lutheran church and everything in the surrounding area that we are all familiar with sit here this afternoon and see it.